Hey guys, welcome back to Pixelology. It's Professor Devin with you. We got Professor Rod with us.
Hello.
And Nate.
Guest starring Nate.
Back again to play the Order 1886. Now when I start this up, you might notice that I'm holding a different gun. It's because there's going to be some mythical lost episodes that are never going to exist, so don't even bother asking for them. Long story short, something horrible happened. We lost a lot of stuff. And we're back. Again.
Yeah, we're back again. Back in this one action centerpiece moment of the game.
The nice thing is, we're starting off with a bang. This is the biggest action piece of the game so far. Now that Rod's actually seen it, this is actually kind of nice because before Rod hadn't seen the game, he was kind of jumping in the third chapter, but now he's seen quite a bit, so he kind of already knows what's going down.
Yeah, I already know the combat's horrible and clunky and boring. So, sit tight, folks. You're in for one hell of a ride.
What is the French do? You know what? I can't do it. I need this one. I know that other pistol's cooler, but it's just
service revolver. Is there any way to upgrade any of the weapons in this game?
No.
Nope, no upgrading weapons. There's no like special skills for you to unlock.
You thought there was upgrading, you poor bastard.
No New Game Plus. There won't really be a point for New Game Plus. You can't upgrade it.
Well, that's pretty pointless.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, a lot of this game kind of feels like a very valiant effort, a very valiant first attempt at trying to make something. No, you don't dare! You come up here, boy! Don't you dare come up here, boy! It feels like it feels like a valiant first attempt, but there's so many things like just wrong in general. God.
Yeah, you're gonna want to keep an eye out for shotgun guys. They're gonna charge you.
What do you mean by wrong? Well, I can see there's not really many. First of all, I can see that this game was supposed to be based on the supernatural. You're going against a lot of human enemies. That's one thing that's wrong. There's a lot of games that have been promising that, like, oh, we have all these different variations of enemies you can fight. But no, it's just a bunch of waves of humans, and then like the special enemies are usually the bosses. This is how it is in this game, I'm guessing.
Yep, that's very true. 90% of your enemies are going to be humans, which is kind of crap because I saw the trailer in 2013 when the game was first announced, and it looked like you were going to be fighting supernatural stuff. That was it, like no humans, just werewolves and stuff like that. So it's really disappointing that you only fight werewolves and then you only fight a few throughout the game.
It was disappointing for those guys that they, God, do I have to...
Did they didn't go into the backstory of this conglomerate, this group of knights people? No, or they just give you like information around that?
Are you freaking kidding me?
Have to interpret what it is, but it's kind of like an order of knights that came from King Arthur. They all descended down from King Arthur. They're thinking the oldest guy with them actually fought alongside King Arthur, and these guys are all descendants of Knights of the Round Table, basically.
That'd be creepy. That'd be really weird, fighting your great-grandson, like your friend's grandkids. Like, what the hell?
These guys aren't, like, this guy, his name's Sir Galahad. He is not the ancestor of Sir Galahad. They take on names, like, when someone dies, which these guys are, for the most part, immortal. They have this stuff called black water, what they actually get from the Holy Grail, which just explains your, why you recover health and stuff, and when you go down and out, you can drink the black water and revive instantly.
Oh, so they have a legitimate explanation for how you regenerate health.
Yes, they do. They actually they're like, regenerating health? Yes, this is why you regenerate health. It's not just a system in the game. It actually has a story explanation. Which, I will give them points for that. Not a lot of games do it.
Does it regenerate your stitches on your clothes, too? Like bullets and explosions?
Eventually it does. The cool thing is... when you get into like a cutscene and stuff, all your damage and whatever gun you're carrying actually carries over to a cutscene, which I like that when that happens in games. Not a lot of games do that.
Wait, damage to the weapon?
Well, damage to you and then the weapons you're carrying. So like you see how his shoulder's all bloody, and he's got a pistol, and then the Tommy gun.
Oh yeah, I can see that. But what was that? He just did like the Red Dead Redemption that hit firing.
Yeah, that's like a special attack that you can get, and you build up the meter by killing guys, and you can just go all out with your pistol and shoot a bunch of guys in slow motion. Really helps. Well,
yeah, I've heard.
Subjectively.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you played through this part before.
Shut up.
Maybe we should have got the rifle for you.
I didn't ask for any back, Doc.
What?
Well, you should die a lot.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that guy
Remember,
to
you have
die.
to trigger the enemies. There you go.
I know, Mom. God.
More rebels in the courtyard. So, who are these people and why are they fighting you if they're humans? Why are they helping these supernatural
They are
races?
part of some unknown group. In effect, the Templars are the Knights. Not the Knight Templars. The Templar, like, friggin' guys.
The
I don't
Order.
even know.
The Order.
The guy I'm playing as has made lots of enemies throughout his time as a Knight of the Order. In effect, like, the Order, because of their supernatural
Oh my goodness.
defense. There we go, kid. Weren't so lucky the second time, were you?
You went the fifth time.
Because of the... Maybe you guys should just talk, and I will talk once I'm done with the scene, because this is getting aggravating. Explain it, Nate. I'm no good.
Okay, these rebels, what you're assuming is you didn't see the first couple of chapters, but the Percival, your leader, the guy who trained you, he believes the rebels have something to do with all the werewolves that are happening in Whitechapel. This is 1886, so of course, Jack the Ripper and all that stuff is going on right now, and he's assuming that...
So this excused these people to just instantly grab guns and fire at any random people that like they walk across. And this is huge for the 1800s. There's not going to be a huge OK Corral was smaller than this. This is ridiculous for the time period setting. You have... Because back then, life still held value to them. World War I hasn't happened, so of course, there's still honor and integrity in combat. And yet these people are in a modern-day gun battle. This is something you see, like, in GTA 5.
That's very true. Like, I feel like they took Uncharted and they emulated the like the third-person shooting from it, and even some of the climbing, and made it like this. But yeah, you are definitely right. Like, the gun battles don't really make sense for the time period.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on up, buddy.
If you think 1800s, like Victorian, you think like stealth to see it, like a perfect game that used its setting well, that is similar to this, I would say is Dishonored. It's that stealth game where you can kill people or just choke them out in the like Victorian steampunky-esque way.
Want me to
I have no
to
defense.
easy?
No, shut up. I have no defense for that.
Melee him. Walk up to him, press triangle. It should be a one-hit kill. Yeah, you're gonna take some damage, but if you can get to him before they get you.
I think the gun combat is pretty boring in this game.
I'm not doing a good job of demonstrating it, but yeah, it's not particularly inventive or fun. It gets the job done. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's not really the goal of the game to show off some gun combat. Where did that guy go?
It kind of defeats the purpose of, like, when you have a gun that's underpowered, but the enemies can aim so well with the same weapon, it's in the same circumstances, that kind of threat is not justified, I have to say. Where they have rifles compared. Yeah, I could see the difference actually. Devin's using the sniper now. Yeah, he can actually kill people.
And those explosive barrels certainly help me.
Yeah, and that guy clipping through that cover certainly helped him too. Monsieur.
Nice.
Shotgun.
Yeah, that's a shotgun guy. You want to take them out.
Most effective French accent of all.
Watch out. Those guys will blow you out of cover even from down there.
What kind of shotgun is he using that's like full auto? He's just blasting away while he's running.
Well, it's alternate history 1800s.
That is also true. Alternate history plus supernatural.
I knew it, you dumb asshole. Sorry.
It's like you had foreknowledge of the events that were going to happen, like some movie that just came out recently.
That we were discussing.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Edge of Tomorrow, folks. Definitely watch that movie. If you haven't somehow already seen it. It was so good.
It's like the perfect...
The manga was
gamers
based
movie.
off... Wasn't bad either.
That's right, you might have another shotgun guy coming up behind you.
I made him super paranoid. He just turned around like, oh.
No, I don't want to see him play through the scene for the 10th time.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like the 100th time you don't want to
There
play.
he is.
Don't
Here
want
he
to
comes.
play. Oh,
wow,
God,
are you
that
kidding me?
stumbling
You got him.
feature. Another one.
I know. Come through the door,
Did
buddy.
you ever use that knife on your back instead of boss fights?
No.
No. It's basically just for werewolves. I don't even think you use it during, like maybe use it in a couple cutscenes during Melee, but other than that, It's not. It's not like something you can take off and then like swing it or like stab someone with it.
I would just love to just pull it out and just go full machete on these guys. Like,
It would be kind of fun.
Like some kind of Scarface psychotic mode, like balls to the wall, just slashing you Hotline Miami style. My goodness.
You should be able to get up here though with the Blackwater.
And I'm so used to Call of Duty type respawning, like the whole screen has to be completely red and bloody before you die. In this case, it's like barely tinted pinkish. Salmon death. That's what it's like.
Or like Uncharted where it turns black and white. But man, if you play Uncharted on Crushing, the game's black and white for like 90% of the way through. Well, the other guy's just gonna stand there and let you
kind of justify the act because those pieces were like they were with the story. They're action pieces to coincide with the story itself. It was a good combination of gameplay and story because you're going after all these artifacts or locations like Indiana Jones style that other people can find really useful.
press
you
X.
could throw back your.
No, you can't throw it back. That's just to dodge out of the way so you don't take damage. I don't think there's a throwback mechanic.
Okay, then why would they still have the indicator have completely blood red if you're out of range of the grenade? That makes no sense. Give me cover! I'm gonna stand in the open and shoot him with my bowler hat.
But yeah, you're definitely right about Uncharted. Like, it's very cinematic like this game, and I think this game takes the cinematic way too far.
Kids, here's a hint. When your first 5 friends die in the same...
Oh, grenade. What? Yeah, I think you gotta take out the grenadier, otherwise they're just gonna keep chucking them at you.
Okay, well, we'll do that in 7-6.
You sure it's a good idea to stand in the doorway with a shot?
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea.
Standing right in the fatal funnel.
Ask that dude, it was a great idea. You know what, buddy?
Sorry, if it sounds like
I don't
we
need your
lost a bit of
attitude.
energy from other podcasts, it's because we are replaying sections of the game we have lost data on, so... We're
Don't tell them that. It's the magic of film. Be excited
You're
and peppy
breaking
all
the
the
fourth
time.
wall.
Be excited and peppy all the time, or else you're sent back to the concentration camps on Zaglar.
No, I will. I will liberate gaming journalism.
Zaglar, the YouTube planet, where
So,
only
is
the
there anybody
serious
left?
gaming.
There
journalists
is
go.
someone left because the
has to be.
Frenchman hasn't moved to the cart.
Yeah.
I think there's someone in the toilet.
Dude, there is an outhouse just sitting there.
Yeah, why? It just feels like a really awkward place to have the outhouse. Because it's in the middle of a relatively open courtyard. There's like a gate over there.
Yeah, you know, this
This poor dude.
Oh, there you go. You
That's
found
a
him.
facility. That's a building where if you're like talking to someone outside, you know anyone that's going in there what they're doing. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking take a shit.
You
or take a
literally-
bit.
There's no way to hide it. And just in general, why does this courtyard exist? Like, there's only one way in and out. Why would you create this courtyard unless it was a location to plan an ambush? Like, there's no reason that any city planner would be like, yeah, let's create this location that's going to be an ambush.
Chest high ledges all around the city.
To be fair, it is 1886, and I'm just glad they're not shooting on the
Yeah,
on the street.
Right in the
This
street.
is the slums.
I will have to say, well, we gotta say, like, I do love the detail in the buildings. Like, look at that. Like, if you look at this wall right here, like the gradients of the white chalk and like the damage done, the rain damage, it looks lived in. The environment does look like a real environment. I will have to give credit
Oh,
to that.
no.
That-
Fool me once, shame on you.
I'm gonna go look for pointless collectibles.
Collectibles. Any?
Watch, there's not gonna be any.
There's none.
Yeah, because
Seriously.
Like-
Seriously.
wait, there's a note.
There's a door.
Oh no,
Ye
is
of little faith.
there anything on the back of the
Little
note?
Oh,
Proverb.
political cartoon.
Great. Yeah, I love those. It's like my copy of the New Yorker.
Alright, here's the...
Oh, you're not even gonna see the back?
Oh, let's see.
Here's
what
the
that's from.
interpretation of the day. This political cartoon. Oh. It's like graffiti style. What the? This street graffiti style?
Oh, I get it. Because the poverty and the equality.
So I guess that's the real cartoon. That's the published
The
cartoon.
New Yorkers are so good at doing
Oh, what is that?
things.
What's on the table? There's something shiny.
It doesn't matter. It's not a collectible.
Oh,
No.
there's a shiny thing.
It's just a shiny thing.
Oh,
Shiny things to distract you.
That's so depressing that was the collect. Like, I just thought how many men just wasted their life. Look at all this shining
They
objects
didn't want
down
to see
there.
it. They were embarrassed. They were really embarrassed for having that.
By what? Their poverty? They shot them in the heads for being poor. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god, like that's the commentary of the game. This rich, elite, immortal asshole just going around killing all the poor paupers of these poor English
hold
city.
up.
I think you're giving him way too much credit.
This right here is one of my favorite scenes in the game. As we discussed before, we have to send like a stupid-ass SOS signal to these people, even though they can lock onto a beacon. They don't know where we are.
The buildings are blocking the curse of progress. The buildings.
How?
At least
you're on the roof! They should be.
These poor people with their poor buildings are blocking off such electromagnetic signals from the Zeppelin.
At least they gave a reason, I guess.
No, that's not a reason. What buildings are blocking the signal? There's no buildings nearby. We're on top of the buildings. Where do you put an antenna when you want a signal to easily get out to the... Oh my god, there they are. I get it. That's stupid.
The reasons they're explaining these things are more like excuses.
You know what that reminds me?
I will give you that. They don't really have explanations.
Hold up. Because you know what that is? That reminds me of? That reminds me of the frickin' scene in Halo Reach where the frickin' people... Okay, so Kat's riding down in the elevator with Noble Six and who else? I don't even remember. She puts her helmet back on, walks out into the open courtyard, and gets hit once with a needler. Not even a needler, the needle collarbine, and dies. She got shot through the neck. And everyone I know was like, oh, it's okay, she died because she didn't have her shields. Why didn't she have her shields? The whole point of the frickin' Spartan shields is to quickly regenerate after an EMP attack. That makes no sense. They got EMP'd by the frickin' Covenant glassing beam. How did the shields not instantly recharge? It's stupid. Like, it's lazy.
Don't worry, Devin. It's just a prequel. The shields were at a .04 delay response time. They didn't get the timing right.
No, because the Spartan 3s were made after the Spartan 2s. Chronologically, Spartan 3s came after Spartan 2s, and they had cheaper, better produced armor for that exact reason. That's not an excuse. That's stupid. That's what that is.
Yeah, it is pretty
and this
when you have the
same excuse. Oh, our signals can't get out to the frickin' Zeppelin. Blah-blah-blah-blah-boo. We gotta go over there and shoot guys. No, you're on top of the roof. The signal should be able to easily travel. That doesn't make sense. Oh my god. Halo Reach, you piece of shit.
I know you hate that prequel games that much.
I don't hate prequel games. I just hate, like, faulty logic. Those kind of scenes of stupid logic, and this is the same thing. I can't jump at any other point, but suddenly I can jump, like, 25. It doesn't make sense.
A little effort. Oh.
You guys can't see this, but I'm facepalming right now.
Shut up. You know it's stupid.
Nate is just had his head buried in his hands for the past whole rant right there of the Halo Reach rant.
That was beyond stupid. Like, in terms of gameplay and mechanics, I understand that it served the story. Oh, this is Sackboy. Nobody gives a shit.
Little bounce
gives a shit.
Instantly dropped it. These little touches that are in a horrible game.
I thought it was some new collectible. It's like, no, it's fucking Sackboy. It's little things. Like, I understand they do it for story continuity or an excuse for one event to happen after another. But that doesn't actually, like... That's not justifiable. It really pisses me off because it just feels like you crafted such an amazing game. Like, they clearly put effort into this game. Like, if you look around, they clearly put effort into Halo Reach. And then they just like,
she has to die somehow.
We can't let the Spartans live because no other Spartans but Master Chief escaped Reach. So, you gotta go. It doesn't make sense. George made sense. He got fucking sucked into flip space. Pardon my French. Fraggin'. But
maybe
we should forget about Halo Reach for a while and concentrate on English.
This guy never forgot.
Or maybe they should stop doing prequels and keep telling us more and more of the story and making the other stories make less and less sense.
I know. Didn't we learn it less in the 90s from the Star Wars prequels? Like, you learned the lesson.
No, buddy.
Exactly. We don't want to hear... We don't need to know how it happened. We just want to see how these characters interact with the world and their reactions to it. That's it. We don't care how they became the characters they came to be. Some people obviously do, like over here, to my right, Devin, That's proof he obviously does.
No. I think that if it's well developed, a prequel story can be good. There is a lot of potential in something like Halo Reach or the Star Wars prequels. That's why we were all excited when they first happened. But I think I know the freaking ball. But I think that at the end of the day, when you have a game or a entertainment series and you make a prequel and you make it so shoddily, when you crafted the original so carefully, why even bother? Like, put in the same effort the first time that you put in the second time, and then everyone enjoys it. Don't just freaking put in a knife.
It's kind of
Lucas.
Jesus, dude, you have a lot of pent up.
I have a lot of pent up, lot of things.
Lucas over here.
Yeah, but here's the problem though. When they're making a prequel, they're making it for an already established franchise, so they know, they're like, you already like this franchise, we can make this kind of crap, and you're still gonna buy it.
I think that's the problem with prequels, is because you're messing with a formula that's working already, and you're trying to go before the formula's been established, in terms of, and the story's already been established, so you have to get to those parameters. So you already know the outcome, so there's no tension, really, in a story. Like, if you're replaying the main character of a prequel, you know he's gonna live. So you can't do any kind of tension in the story besides other supporting characters. Like, that's a huge problem with prequels, as well as the fact that it kind of falls to sales. It falls to profits. These people know this game works. Like the pre-sequel. We didn't really need the pre-sequel. We don't really need to know about Handsome Jack's story, but Borderlands 2 was really successful. They had a lot of good DLCs, and I guess they needed some time to make some money between Borderlands 3. So they got a release of the same systems, kind of pre-story going on. It all is coming down to profit margins, really. That's what other things that sequels are kind of, and prequels are kind of, victimized towards, is because of the fact that they're just made to make money. They really don't put that much thought or effort into a prequel, especially.
One thing that really annoys me about prequels is when they introduce new gameplay mechanics. It's like, okay, here's the first game, and now there's new. Why weren't those mechanics in the first game? Since this technically takes place before. That's one thing that really bothers me.
And that's another problem. You have to download
the needle rifle.
The
Halo Reach, you say? I love that game. It's got so many good qualities.
It has all those good guns that the Halo original games didn't have. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That makes no fucking sense. Oh wait, no, those are all the last 3 advanced Covenant weapons before they went to the Halo rings. What? That makes no sense. Why don't they just dump it all on this planet before they left for the ring? Yeah, fuck it. We just glass the planet. Just drop all our shit on it too, and just glass it. Fuck our weapons. We don't need to bring them with us. It's not like the humans use outdated weaponry. Oh wait.
Speaking of weapons, you guys are about to see a gun that literally gets used for maybe the next 25 minutes and then completely forgotten, and was one of the potentially coolest pieces of machinery in the game, and just gets ruined.
You know what I think this gun was really originally for? Just to find a way to carry explosives with you for the next set pieces that you're gonna be in.
I'm gonna agree with that, because you use it right here, but yeah, you use the clips to, because this is a thermite gun, you're shooting out grit, and then you shoot the thermite into it, that ignites it. But yeah, in the next area here, he's going to be using the entire clips to have thermite to burn through a couple of different areas. So yeah, that's definitely true. The only reason we have this gun is just so we can get through the next area.
Don't stand up, bro, please.
I do like the particle effects of it, like all the sparks and stuff.
That is true. Technical wise, this game is beautiful. Like, look at that. That was a beautiful explosion. Look at that. Look at the damage to the building. The fire that started.
Why?
Boom.
The guy who's got
Henry!
Why do we have to help that random cop? Why was one random cop following you? Where did he come from?
Okay,
he was with Percival and the lady here.
Ingrid or whatever?
Yeah.
Take his arms.
Yeah, the only reason he's here is so I guess he can die.
Just done before. Wow, that
Get
guy's
the
arms.
Irishman. Get the Irishman on the board. Take it. Gene Bickley and son.
You know, I'm actually really excited for a sequel to this game, because they established the groundwork. You know, they made the engine, they have the characters, they have the backstory. So if they make a sequel, if they go a lot easier on like the cutscenes and stuff, and focus more on the gameplay, and then add some new and unique things to the gameplay, the sequel could be really, really, really good.
Yeah, exactly.
I will gotta say this is a new IP, so you gotta give new IP. You gotta give it a chance. It didn't do as well as a lot of people thought. It's mostly cutscene story, but there are a lot of interesting things to it still. It's still potential. It's not dead. It's still thriving. Crawling out somewhat. We didn't put it in the grave yet. We're trying to, but it wants to come out. So I say this does have potential, but I don't know.
Would you say it's doing the monster mash? Them werewolves. Well, guys, I think we'll probably cut it there. I've had enough of ranting for this episode. Look forward to it next time. We will be continuing from pretty much here. You're going to see how useless the thermite gun becomes. And we'll leave you with this interesting piece of paper here. Is there something on the back? I don't know. You'll have to find out next time.